I've had the opportunity to run in a lot of different Altra shoes, and there's two distinct features that make them stand out compared to every other brand. Number one, there's zero drop. Number two, their foot-shaped toe box, which is extremely wide, allowing your toes to have natural splay as you're running. But it wasn't until recently that they started introducing a low drop shoe, not a zero drop shoe. And now on the second iteration, we have the Experience Flow 2 and we have the Experience Wild 2, giving you a very, very similar feel, but with a 4mm drop, both on and off the trail. One of the things that I absolutely love in running is experiencing time on the trail and experiencing time off the trail. And to be able to have a shoe that gives you the very same type of feel and ride, but you're doing it on two different terrains, is a really nice thing, only if the shoe is actually a good shoe. And Altra did some really unique things with their Flow, introducing a new midsole, but also maintaining that same efficient, effective, very seamless transition onto the toe, shoe on the trail, that made this a pretty cool experience to run in both of them simultaneously. I have gotten over 50 miles in both of these shoes in a variable types of runs, both slow, easy runs, and some of the pickup runs. And I'll give you what is great about these shoes and who these shoes are actually for. One thing that is unique about the road shoe, the Flow, is that it has a brand new midsole from Altra. That's the first shoe that they actually have put this midsole in. It's built for lightweight, effortless, efficient, and comfortable feel. And yeah, you know, when somebody gives you a midsole with a bunch of adjectives, the question is, does it really live up to that? And it actually does pretty much live up to it. To me, this is the most responsive Altra shoe that I have put on. Now, I haven't ran in any of their racer shoes, the ones that have a carbon plate like the Vanish, but you know, this is significantly better than the previous shoes that I had put on. The Wild version, although it does not have that same midsole, it has their, you know, kind of original EVA compound, it is still an extremely efficient, lightweight, effortless type feel on this shoe. And I'm not sure if that's because this is my first time ever running in the 4mm drop shoe of Altra, but it was a very nice feel, although it doesn't have that updated midsole. They both still do have that traditional toe box, and if you know things about Altra, they are significantly wider than their competing brands that they have. And so that wide toe box has been nice for me through these 50 miles that I'm putting in. So let me get into the things that on foot and during my runs that were really, really great about this shoe. First and foremost, the training block that I'm doing right now is really just to get myself ready for some faster efforts in the summer, as well as getting ready to build into New York. So I haven't really had, you know, like a crazy intense type of training through these 50 miles, but I have put in some speed and some effort pickups in these. And one of the things that I did notice during those kind of up-tempo times through this is these shoes, both of them, because I've gotten some up-tempo on the trail and I've gotten some up-tempo on the road with the Flow and the Wild on the trail. And I felt like these shoes were significantly lighter than previous Ultras that I put on. But when I looked it up, the Flow being at 8.1-ish ounces and the Wild being at 10.1 for the trail shoe, I was surprised to hear the weight of those shoes, because on paper, it doesn't stand out as that light. But when I put them on my feet, they were surprisingly light, a surprisingly nimble shoe, which is shocking that the adjectives actually line up with what the shoe is. And so you may read and go, oh, 8.15 ounces for a daily road trainer shoe, or over 10 ounces for a trail shoe, and be like, it's not that light. It may not be what I want to go for, but they feel significantly lighter. And I know that's hard to translate over a video or on a piece of paper, but it's true. They feel significantly lighter. Number two, because this was mostly chill miles and some fartlek pickup miles on both the trail and the road, is that wide foot-shaped toe box. As somebody who runs in competing brands on a regular basis and is kind of my go-tos for marathon training and for trail running, that foot shape toe box was so dreamy and so nice on these chilled mile days. And I know it is one of those things that may feel like you kind of are swimming in it the first time you're in it. I know the first time I ran in ultras, I felt like I was swimming through the toe box because I was used to the tighter toe boxes of other brands. But after getting 30, 40 miles into it and then above 50, I got really comfortable and nice and used to putting these on my feet and really enjoyed the way that it felt through my running. And so it's really been fun and an enjoyable shoe, and a lot of good things coming from both the road and the trail shoe, which leads me to the last point of what I think is good. Because these shoes both worked so well and they were great shoes, being able to use a shoe on the road and on the trail that feel the exact same was really nice. I enjoy doing this in other brands. Like I think the Pegasus lineup is a great example. Asics has some crossovers between their Nimbus line. I know Hoka's is a little bit more blend, but you kind of get a similar feel with Clifton and Challenger series. But these two really married each other better than other brands do, and absolutely enjoyed that. So if you're looking for that type of shoe, this is a great place to go. So let me get into what I think is not so good about this shoe. And the truth is, I don't have anything that's not so good about this shoe because I didn't try to push it outside of what they advertise. I mean, this is a daily trainer, steady state effort road shoe and a daily trainer, steady state, trail shoe. It's not made for super high mileage, being only 28 in the forefoot. And so I kept it within range. So when I say there's nothing bad about the shoe, if you use it for what it's for, it's perfect. It actually is perfect. And I'm not a zero drop guy, so the 4mm drop was really welcome for me in this Ultra shoe, and I absolutely liked it. So really no negative. So the verdict on whether you should buy the shoe ultimately comes down to two things. Number one, are you going to be spending a lot of time on the road and the trail and want something that's gonna match each other? And if you are, this is a perfect pair to be able to do that with. Number two is if you like that wide toe box, the foot shape technology of Ultra, and you do not like their zero drop, I would highly recommend stopping by your local running store. I go get my stuff at Roadrunner Sports and get an understanding of, is this shoe great for me on the roads and is this shoe great for me on the trails? For me, I'm gonna run these shoes till the wheels come off as I'm going through this early training block. Ultra, I wasn't the biggest fan before. These shoes have brought me back to really enjoying my time running in Ultra shoes.